to the Coach V Show, your personal development radio show and podcast to help you level up in life, leadership, and business. Here on Island City, where the beach meets the streets. Today, I am juiced to have one of my Pomona brothers in the building, and I will start with this one Pomona phrase from your boy Sugar Free. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. Big Matayo Uiagalelei from BigDave's Blueprint in the building, and we're going to talk shop about himself, his two boys, one of the most renowned and known names out there in sports right now, the Uiagalelei family. Big Dave, welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Hey, man, first
Appreciate
and foremost, you could be anywhere in the world right now, and that you chose to be here on the Coach V Show with Island City, man. We're so grateful and blessed. Thanks for coming.
It's a pleasure.
How are things?
I mean, God is good. That's all I can say. You know, just seeing where we grew up at, you know what I mean, from Pomona, California, to seeing my boys, you know, growing up and seeing where they're at today. Just thankful and grateful and just blessed.
How did this all happen? Because there are blessings and there's this unmerited favor, undeserved favor of God on our lives, right? But there has to be a blueprint. And for DJ to have the success he had at St. John Bosco and then go on to be one of the most highly recruited, if not the highest recruited Polynesian player ever in the history of college recruiting, get to Clemson, do some things, and then have some struggle go through. Matayo went to the national, was in the national playoffs for the first time for the 12-seeded playoffs. Like, how did that all happen?
Well, you know, as we grew up, you know, my situation, playing football, school, you know, I wasn't really one of the most talented kids, but I wasn't blessed with the school. I you know, had bad grades, got arrested, a lot of things that didn't work out for me. So when it was time for me to have my kids, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'll go back and I will say, would I change this thing? I wouldn't change nothing, because what we went through as young kids is what I was able to teach my kids, you know, make sure that they don't fall through the same hoops, make sure they took full advantage of every opportunities, you know what I'm saying? Did I know that they were going to be who they were going to be? No, but I strived when they were young. I just believed that they were going to be that. I didn't allow anything negative coming to my mind. I said, son, you're going to be the number one quarterback, you know what I mean? I said that when he was 7 years old. People thought I was crazy, but I'm just a person who's just filled with positivity, right? I just wanted to, you know, just feel that in his mind and let him know that it's always possible to do it. And then my job as a father was to make sure to put the work in, right? I knew that it's going to take work to get there. Find the best coaches, find the best training. Iron sharpens iron. We were from Upland. The kids grew up in Upland. Instead of going to Upland High School, we decided to go to St. John Bosco because I felt that's the school that was going to challenge my kids. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how Big Dave Blueprint came about, right? A lot of parents saw the things that I did with my kids and just saw what I posted online, the videos, how I use social media, you know, to promote the boys since they were 7 years old. Like, my kids didn't like it, you know what I mean? And you'll find some people didn't like what I was doing. But as I advise parents, at the end of the day, those are your kids. Who's going to go harder for your kids than you? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're gonna have to be a little bit crazy to raise kids like DJ and Matayo, like the LeVar Ball brothers. You know what I'm saying? Dad is kind of, you know, that's who we are, and we accept that. You know what I'm saying, for what it is. I always say, judge me on how both my sons turned out. You know what I'm saying? Real. You can say what you want, but these are the two most respectful, you know, kind, you know, they're great teammates. They know what it is to be hard workers. They know how to be part of a team. You know what I'm saying? None of my kids are like loud, you know, like your dad. Their dad is a little bit too loud, but it's all right, though.
Uiagalelei, loud?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I love that. Introduce us. Introduce mom and dad. Tell the world who they are.
Wow.
Introduce your siblings.
Family,
and then where you grew up.
Yeah.
And then a short snippet of your story before having kids, please.
Originally from Hawaii, you know. lived in Aniani and Waipahu my first 12 years. Mom and dad was out. We were in Camp 4 from 75 to 78. Moved to Aniani from 78 to 78 to 85, 86, and then we moved to Pomona. You know, my mom is Fafua Uiagalelei. My dad is Tavita Uiagalelei. My siblings are Yona Uiagalelei, Robert Uiagalelei, Mao, and my only sister, Tara Uiagalelei. You know, to me, she's the most talented one out of all of us. You know, she's a baller, like you know what I'm saying? So we all moved to California, to Pomona, California, in 1985, 86. And, you know, what a crazy, it was crazy. You know, you come from Hawaii where we barely wear shorts and slippers. Sometimes I don't wear shoes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you come to Pomona where you gotta throw some clothes on because it's cold. And we come in with the whole pigeon accent, you know. School was so different, you know. I've never really met a Hispanic person, maybe 2 black, you know, African Americans in Hawaii. So here you come in here to a whole new realm of, you know, hood and all of this stuff, right? And I'm living in Centtown. It was so crazy. My first weekend in Centtown was I asked my mom. I said, "Mom, they pop firecracker every day over here." You know, and I'm thinking it's firecrackers. I didn't know that they were shooting up in the neighborhood. So, you know, it was a reality check, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just glad my parents brought us up, you know, to the mainland. So much more opportunities, you know what I mean? So for me and my brothers, and then got to be able to go to school with you, you know? You were from Roosevelt Junior High School. My brothers was at Marshall. We all went to high school. Oh, wait, you went to Marshall too? Yeah, and then you and Yona graduated from there, went on to high school, and you guys had an amazing football team, you know, made some history there. You know, and then I didn't finish school, you know, I got kicked out. And I talk about it because I'm not ashamed of it, you know, it is what it is. It allowed me to be able to do what I did with my kids, you know.
That's
so
right.
once I had my boys, you know, I shared this, I was with Matayo about a month ago, and I was telling him we're going through videos, you know what I'm saying? And I said to him, you know, all the videos when he was young, growing up with a DJ, and it just showed that we just have fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We in Big Five slapping the dummies and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Filming those things, me jumping on a machine, falling down, you know, stuff like that. Going out, I'm telling DJ to jump up and touch a sign, you know, when he was like 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
You know, all those stuff I recorded. My kids didn't even like it, you know. But now DJ understands it, right? You know, he understands why I was the way I was, you know what I'm saying? It was more for me trying to build a brand. I didn't know I was trying to build a brand, but that's exactly what I did.
Oh,
You know what I'm
awesome.
saying? That's how it all happened, how it all came about. The people that really disagree with what I was doing by posting a lot, after seeing the results of Matayo and DJ, guess what they're doing now? They're all posting. They're all doing the same thing. And that's what I try to tell parents, you know, especially Polynesian parents. The one thing about Polynesian parents, they don't like to show off.
Yeah.
The last thing they want to do is show their kids.
Meek. They want to be meek, respectful, and humble.
Yeah, but then I have to explain to them, can you afford a scholarship?
Yeah.
So if you can't, as a parent, you as a parent have to do everything possible to try to get your kid, you know, an opportunity to be able to achieve one. And social media is one of the biggest. I made a living off social media, you know what I'm saying? My kids Matayo and DJ got their offers in junior high school. DJ got five Power 5 schools. Matayo had 4 by the time 8th grade, before they went to high school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm doing is trying to just give back to the parents now.
That's
you know
awesome.
what I mean? I get a lot of message, you know, stuff like, you know, how did you do it, Dave? How can I help you? Now, granted, not everybody gonna be DJ Matayo size. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But I still do understand when they were younger, they weren't that size. So I go off of what I did when they were in elementary and when they were in junior high school. You know what I mean? I share those things. I tell them how important it is to post. You know what I mean? even their workouts. Not just football. DJ Mateo loved baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? DJ played on the number 112U team in the country. At 12-year-old, he hit 85 on a gun. You know what I'm saying? And USA Baseball never forgot that. So when DJ was at Oregon State last year, Dodgers came about.
Still drafted him.
They drafted him, man. They called because they remember what he did when he was a young kid and what he hit at when his junior year in high school, 96, 97 on the gun. So they know he has a strong arm, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they do their due diligence. Dodgers don't just draft anybody.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? They go through their process. And I thought that was something amazing for DJ.
Real.
To let people know, DJ was a multiple sport athlete. You know what I mean? He could play baseball if he wants to and football. So, I'm just blessed to be around my boys. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of people don't know I've been a bodyguard for about 25 years. You know what I'm saying?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
I want to get to that. We'll get to that. So I do want to shout out the fam. I want to say what's up. Love, much alofas to both your mom and your dad.
Yeah.
And to my brother Yonga, he's like a brother to me. To Rob and Mao and Taro. Hey, one love to you guys from here in Island City in the Coach V Show. So now let's go to that. Because we were all doing something right out of high school, junior college, right? And I was never as big as you guys, but I got to be the door guy.
Yeah.
And check IDs because I was too small to be roaming around inside. Talk about that real quickly in about less than 2 minutes about how you got into that and who are some of the folks that you're favorites to do the bodyguarding for.
It all started for me. I got arrested. And I got on house arrest for 18 months.
Yeah.
What people don't know is house arrest costs $400 a month. And that's a burden on my parents I did not want to put on them.
Mm-hmm.
So I had family, Olo and Star. These are the guys that worked in Hollywood.
Fetuai, Star, what's up, boy? Good to see you guys. Yeah.
Shout out to my brother. So he allowed me to come to Hollywood and work in Hollywood. And that's how the whole security started, right? When I came out here, started working some doors, some clubs, I was really good at it. The one thing about Polynesian, man, we are the best when it comes to taking care of people. I tell a lot of the young bodyguards nowadays, just keep it real simple, man. What would you do for your mom and dad? That's exactly what you would do for your clients. So it started out being at these clubs like Dublin's, Peanuts.
Rublin and Dublin's.
Yeah, all of that.
Come on, Miyagi's back in the day for those of y'all who really knew what was going down, right?
Lingerie, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these clubs, Forbidden City, man. It was my mom thought I was selling drugs all the money I was getting home. She didn't know I was standing at a door making between $800 to $1,200 6 times a night.
Yeah.
So it was a blessing being out there, right? And just meeting a lot of the people out there. One of my closest friends, man, Tadao. You know what I mean? Tadao is my claim to fame with Tadao is I gave him his first job. You know what I'm saying? And it was Peanuts. It was at Dublin's. You know what I'm saying? It was Tuesday night. It was so hot. Jay-Z talked about it, and I'm glad we're doing this because I need people to hear this. When Jay-Z said Peanuts in L.A., bubbling in Dublin's can't deny me.
Yeah.
The reason why he said it is because we denied him. That's why he did it. So the crazy part is when Jay-Z said that, he blew the club up so big.
That's right.
That they had to shut it down.
Yeah, that's like 99, 2000. Yes, I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's funny to me when I hear about these things, right? And we were right in the middle of smack of those things with Booyah Tribe as well.
Yeah.
See my brother Cobra back there, you know what I'm saying? And I want to show homage to the Usos Booyah because they're the ones that laid the law down for us polys out and for any security.
In the industry. Yeah.
In the industry. They gave us that, that way we can walk around the way we walk around. Because they all, booyah, you know what I mean? They all, and it is, but I love them brothers, you know what I'm saying? I remember back then, and maybe in 96, 97, when they used to come to the clubs, I made sure that they don't stand in line every time. Sometimes they don't allow them in. I'm about to beat up and no, they're in here.
Yeah,
they're
that's
the family, bro. They can't stand out here. You know what I'm saying? But they never do. They always love. You know what I mean? But it was fun being a security guard, bodyguard. That's how it all.
Who are some of your favorites?
Nick Cannon got to be my favorite.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I love Chris Brown. You know, Riri. You know, Rihanna. Got to share traveling the world on the world tours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got to work with DJ Khaled. You know what I mean? Meek Mill, some of the big names, and like I said, man, they just. What I love with all these celebrities, they know us polys. They know, what's up, Boost? But, you know, also our brother, my brother, Vil, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
My brother, Big Vil, man, it's one of the guys I brought on, you know what I'm saying? They love him, man. The Tongans is representing as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's really the Tongans and the Samoans out here repping at you know, bodyguard-wise, you know, security events and all of that. They're kind of... a lot of people are hiring them right now because they love the way we are, respectful.
That's right.
Those
vibes, right?
Yeah.
Polynesian vibes are very undeniable and very hospitable.
They're not worried when you're around their wives and their kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They know us polys, man. Like I said, we treat them like if that's my mom and dad, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes. So what are some life lessons, Dave? Say 3. That you learned through going through your mistakes. What are some, like, this is a personal development show, how to grow, level up, become better, best version of ourselves, right?
Yeah.
To do, become and achieve more.
Yeah.
To do, become and achieve what we want.
Yeah.
So how did you connect the dots, and what are 3 life lessons from going to jail, putting on house arrest, and you created this whole brand? Yeah. And I mean, at Clemson, they had a BigDave fan section, and then you go to Oregon State. Now you're at Oregon, right? You went to the Florida State games with DJ. What did you learn through all that? 3 life lessons. What would be 3 of them?
The one life lesson to me that I learned through all of this is your peace. You understand me? What I mean by that is, if you're not good with yourself, how can you be good with anybody else? You know what I'm saying? I was doing a lot of pouring into everybody else. You know what I mean? I'm a giver. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help build everyone else. But to the point where I had nothing else to give. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like here sitting empty. And I had to really go through some stuff, you know, after, you know, just recently, right? You know, and I faced some stuff in my life, some struggles and failures, and understood that at the end of the day, what's more important is about your peace, man. What makes you happy, the people around you. That's all that matters to me. You know what I'm saying? And now it doesn't. Expectation it doesn't bother you no more. You know what I mean? You could tell me tomorrow that I'm going to lose my house. You can tell me you're broke. God has given us an ability to be able to get up and just do what we have to do. Make sure we good. Get out there, work, provide. You know what I mean? I'm just so thankful for everything that's happening, not just to my kids, to all of us. You know what I'm saying? Vil, this right here. I'm so grateful to be on this show with you. I'm one person that can say I seen you where you were at before this, right? And just to who you turned out to be. You know what I'm saying? That's for me. That's. I know you asked for 3, but that's my main.
Just
you know
one main one.
Yeah, man.
And tell people about. Hey, you know how you have peace? You're willing to live with the consequences of your decisions and whether people accept you or not. Talk about that, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I know a lot of people think that they look for people's approval, right? You know, and what they don't understand is none of their opinions matter. You're talking to a father that had a son that went to Florida who struggled there, right? I mean, so bad that, see, and my son don't say anything, but he was getting death threats. He was getting bomb threats. You know what I'm saying? And as a father, I'm sitting there, man, I want to say something, right? I want to lash out to these fans or whatever. But you can't. You know what I mean? The best reply from what I learned is no reply. You know what I'm saying? Just sit back. Whatever God's plan is for him, he's a grown man now. He's 23 years old. Daddy can't come and save you no more. You know what I'm saying? I got to let whatever is supposed to happen with him is supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough, but that's what I've learned now is to be just peaceful, man. You know, and all the things that come my way. Don't always try to fix things. Really just try to trust in God. You know what I mean? I not to get holy on everybody, but the way I move now, man, I just, Lord, lead the way. You know what I'm saying? I don't really make plans. You know what I mean? I just move whatever God tells me to do. You know what I mean? If it feels good, the energy's there, bam, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? That's how I move. I sometimes we tend to plan everything, right?
Oh yes,
And
that's
then-
me.
and
I
then-
do, yeah.
Well, you a planner. I know you are.
No, yeah.
And
But sometimes you gotta let things flow.
that's right.
You gotta allow it to flow. And then talk about what's upcoming for you
Yeah.
in this blueprint, and what are the frameworks it is that you want some parents to know? 2 to 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Well, what are the steps to getting your kids recognized, evaluated? I think that's somewhere around the recruiting process, is that you gain someone's recognition, they're able to get fully evaluated, and then from there, how to attract opportunities from that. How do you do that with the BigDave blueprint?
Well, I just decided to meet up with a couple of friends of mine that really do online training.
Okay.
Right. So we're in the process right now. In the next 2 days, tomorrow and the next day, we're gonna film a whole online training thing. You know, with Jason. You know, my brother Jason.
Okay.
So in that online training, gonna have everything on how, you know, from when your youth athletes to your high school athletes and your college athletes, right? In those 3 realms, there's things that you can do to be able to put your kid in a situation where he can get looked at, how to maneuver, you know, in the whole recruiting process. You know what I'm saying? The best thing that ever happened this year was for all you families out there, throw this nugget out there. Junior colleges, they don't count. So that should let you know, all the high school kids, that now you got 2 more years to get bigger, faster, stronger. Every kid wants to go to SC. Every kid wants to go there. But understand, every kid's process is different. No one's, you know, they're not going to have all DJs and Matayos. You're going to have some kid that need 2 more years. So all you kids understand is those 2 years at JC don't count no more. So you can go there, and it won't count against the 4 years and your redshirt year. So don't look down on college, you know, on JC.
Junior colleges,
Understand that they gave you 2 more years, you know, to go out there and really get yourself better. You know what I'm saying?
Very good. And in that whole attracting process, because I really do believe that you could chase success, you could chase recruitment, but when you become what it is that you want, what you used to chase will now start chasing and be attracted to you. To me, that's freaking flat out in the recruiting process reps. Right? That is the cheat code. How do you want to get recruited? Have your kids master the craft. Talk about that. Am I in the right neighborhood?
Yes, you are.
Because you've come before us. We are getting after it for both of my kids, Susan Mele, who's 15, and Junior, who's 13. Talk about how, yes, be worried about recruitment, but be more worried in scheduling training, right? Getting bigger, faster, stronger.
You're perfect.
And then the skill development, like ongoing, never-ending, relentless skill development. Talk about that. Am I in the neighborhood?
You hit it on the nail. Parents out there, if you have a youth player, high school player, the most important thing is this is what I call two type of trainers, right? You have one trainer that will train the specific position, right?
The skill development.
The skill development, the development period. Then you have the other trainer who does your body training, right? Your strength, speed, and all of that. Those are 2. In youth football, I would rather do that than play youth football. Let me tell you why. Youth football normally is a coach by a person who just decides to want to be a coach, right?
A parent coach.
They're not going to really know football, you know, the way where you want your kid to get developed. You know what I'm saying? So you can be, and it's not always about being on the best team. The number one for youth football players and high school players is getting those two trainers. With those trainers, as a parent, you need to do your due diligence on making sure that's a trainer that is worthy. You know, I like to say, does he train pro or college players? That to me tells me he's worthy enough to go to.
Yeah, very good.
You know,
very good.
And it's not that easy because you got to pay.
That's right.
You know what I mean? There's some families out there, you know, probably don't have the means and whatnot. But if you do, and if you have that ability to be able to, you want your kid to be developed and get ready for that next level. Those are the 2 coaches. And the reason why you do reps, it's like anything in life. You do it if you keep doing it, you're just going to get better at it, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's
you know
right.
what I mean? DJ and Matayo wasn't afraid of work.
That's right.
You know what I mean? They love training. They love working. And that's what it is. So God is good, man. You know
Amen and amen. So if Matayo Uiagalelei, Big Dave's blueprint, had the ear of the world, what would be your message to the world?
My message would be this: failure, struggle. You know what I'm saying? You need to learn how to accept those things. It's part of life. You know, the only way you're going to learn is when you fail. Success, you can't learn anything from success, but it's how you embrace failure and struggle. You don't embrace it the way I embrace things. If things doesn't work out for me, now I'm always looking, that means God is telling me he doesn't want me here. It's another door, something that God has ready for me. I don't take it in any demeanor of being angry. Oh man, I lost. No, we don't take L's for loss. We take L's for learning. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's real talk.
So that way, you know, your whole attitude of taking punches or whatever, life's punches, right? You're just understanding that this is just God, you know, working on us, testing us, keeping us on our toes. So just staying positive of those things.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
How do people get a hold of you, and what's your Instagram handles, and what handles?
And I don't even know my Instagram handle. I think it's BigDave Uiagalelei. You know,
why did Facebook ban that at one point? Remember they tried to ban that like 4 or 5 years ago? And we got 30 seconds.
I'm not sure. I don't know, brother.
Hey, love you. So
I love you, brother.
Hey, man, proud of you.
Thank
proud
you.
of the boys.
Yeah.
And my daughter and my son and I and Martha will be following that
That's
blueprint.
right.
Man, and really appreciate you taking the time to come by and stop by the show.
Yeah.
And for everybody that's viewing, thank you so much for tuning in to the Coach V Show, where iron sharpens iron, together we rise. Here on Island City, where the beach meets the streets. And here is your boys, Coach V's final as I'm sitting here on set with the Matayo Uiagalelei is this: success is failure turned inside out. In the silver tint in this thing called doubt. And you never can tell how close you are because it may be right here, but be so far. But stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worst that you must not quit. From your boy, Coach V, and your boy, Matayo Uiagalelei, right here on Island City. One love, mad respect. See you next time. Peace. Choo!